welcome back to another episode of Lights Out with Ish and Eve. I'm Ish and this is Eve, and we are back finally.
I know.
It feels like an age. You know what I realized actually right before the race?
What?
We just forgot to do our predictions.
I was thinking that on the train. I was like, we just didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it. You didn't think of it. So it's fine. We'll be back with predictions for Canada, but oops. You'd think if we were so excited for F1 to come back, we'd remember that, but hey.
But no.
Hey.
Apparently not.
What can you do?
We're just thrown. But it's fine.
Anyways,
we're back now. We're back
Miami
in our groove.
was a banger.
Banger. The whole weekend,
Dare I
I
say.
was very impressed. I was
too.
very interested to see how these new regulations would go. Mm-hmm. And I'm impressed.
Me too. I think it's good. I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yes, for
in terms
sure.
of new regulations. But I said, like, before Miami, I was like, Miami, you know, it's the cringe Grand Prix, but the racing has been good. And once again.
Racing was good.
Exactly. So, well,
Yeah.
I can't hate the race. If the races are good, you can't hate it.
It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But another record for Kimi Antonelli.
Insane.
Insane. I mean, 3 consecutive pole positions converted into 3 wins back to back. Insane.
A ratio that Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris could only dream of in their first pole positions.
So true.
But
They're
so
just
impressive.
watching that with like a single thug tear.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, honestly, no, it was so impressive. And I think, like, obviously China, he did really well. Japan, there was luck involved with that for sure.
Yes.
But this one, he dealt with a lot more, you know. He's being chased down by Lando. He dealt with that pressure, a few different issues. He wasn't cool, calm and collected, just off into the distant skies. He had to manage a lot more. I think he did such a good job. And his race on Sunday, people have to be looking at that now being like, it's serious.
Agreed. Yeah, I know. And we'll talk about that more as we go through the episode. But I mean, look, coming into this weekend, as we said, not new regulations, but regulation updates.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. McLaren and Ferrari also both bought upgrades.
Yeah, that worked.
And I mean, for McLaren especially, they worked.
I mean, I trust them to turn a car around. I do. And I do think that Miami is kind to McLaren, or has been in recent years anyway. So I think there are a few elements at play. But honestly, I'm just like, thank God. Thank God. Oh.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, so many people had upgrades. When they were showing who has upgrades, everyone's like, okay, Mercedes have theirs next time in Canada, and Aston Martin have 0 upgrades. I was like, guys,
what are you doing?
But apparently they have a massive upgrade package coming for Spa, but I'm like, oh.
That is a hot minute away. Yeah.
Like, when is that?
What are we doing between now and then?
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. But everyone brought upgrades. I was so curious to see who, because I knew obviously so many teams would bring upgrades after having 5 weeks off. So I was like, how are they all going to go? Williams upgrades seem to be, they've shaved a bit of that weight.
Yeah. They got double points in the main race. So something's moving in the right direction. You know who bought a non-performance related upgrade that I did not like was V-Carb's livery and their race kit.
It looks like shit. That? And it's so sad.
It actually looks like pee. It looks like someone peed because the crotch bit was yellow.
It has yellow.
Why? It was bad. It was
and
really,
also,
really
like,
bad.
For V-Carb, I trusted them every time to deliver a killer special livery. They kill it every time when it comes to special liveries. This one, not so much. It looked like a highlighter. It looked like a
Especially when,
caution sign.
It did. It looked like someone had scribbled on it in yellow highlighter. And especially when maybe my favorite livery of all time was that like 2024
Miami, the like sunset one.
V-carb. Yes. Mwah. C'est magnifique. Loved it. This was the opposite.
And even the one that they had in Japan like the other day was so good. The white one.
Yes.
And then this one just looks like shit.
Okay, what do you think is worse? The V-carb yellow livery or the Mercedes Wolf livery thus far?
I mean, I like the yellow one less because it's less obvious. It's more obvious when it's driving around on track. You can't see the wolf.
True.
When it's driving around on the track. But the wolf was just cringe. True. The wolf was just like, what's going on? But the highlighter I can't get behind at all.
Yeah, it was not it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into, I guess, discussing some of the key storylines and what happened.
Oh my God, sorry. Also, the Mercedes race suits look like Bibble. And I just have to say that.
From like the Barbie movies.
They look like Bibble and they look like Sully from Monsters, Inc. And that's all I have to say on that.
So true.
Anyway, we can move on.
All right. So obviously, as we said, big win for Kimi. I mean, he's now 20 points ahead of George, which in the grand scheme of things isn't huge, but it's also not nowhere near what we thought we were going to be 4 races into this season.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a meme actually. It's not one of my memes, so I'll just tell you now. It's like, you know, that like the gravestone, the cartoon gravestone, and it was like R.I.P. George Russell 2026 champion, March 2026 to March 2026. Like it was over before it even started, kind of thing.
Honestly.
But yeah, it's very impressive what Kimi's been able to do.
I know. And this weekend, I mean, obviously, you know, Kimi getting the win. It's not like George was in second. He finished on the road 5th. No, finished on the road 4th, only just because Charles sent it into the wall.
I was trying to figure out who finished where, because those 3, Max, Charles, and George were all like in the last few corners, because they were all like, Charles couldn't drive in a straight line. George had a broken front wing and was like scraping along the floor. Max had 50-lap-old tires. So it was just like those cartoon like smoke and like stars and stuff as they were like going around the last few corners.
Oh, so true.
I don't even know what happened there. Cinema
I know.
is what happened there.
It's so true. Absolute cinema. But yeah, I mean, I guess, as I said, we're only 4 races in, but also like at what point do we start, if it keeps going this way, at what point do we maybe start thinking, is Kimi actually the championship favourite now over
I think
George?
Now is the time that we start thinking that. Like, it's not by any means a guarantee, but like, he's in the box seat. He's 20 points ahead. You have to call him the favourite as of now. I think it's very early still. Yeah. But we need to be taking him seriously. Like, we can't just be like, oh, this kid's got a few wins. Good for him. No, like, it's serious. Yeah. Whether he's still the favourite, I don't know. But it's a big deal. And I think we'll know a few races into Europe. Yeah. If it's serious. Because I think it will also depend on if McLaren, Ferrari, Max can potentially keep challenging. Like, with Mercedes upgrades coming next week, I'm like, has this been a nice fun one where everyone's in the mix, and then next week they're just going to like disappear off again into the distance?
Totally.
So it'll depend on whether the other teams can stay caught up and if Kimi can keep his head together. Because I think it's not very similar, but kind of similar to last year in the sense where it was looking like Lando and then Oscar went 3 in a row and it was like, oh.
Yes. So, I know. I think last year has taught us a lot about calling it too early.
100%.
Because it did not get called until Abu Dhabi.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just think like, I think it is too early. Like, I agree. We definitely need to be taking him seriously as a championship contender and even the championship favourite at the moment. But also, like, last year, Kimi did not have a very good European leg.
No. Mm-hmm.
And hopefully he's learned from that. But we've obviously got that coming up again.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, at this stage, like, one DNF and George is right back up next to him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So it's definitely,
like,
I think, too early to call him the favourite, especially because, like we saw with Oscar last year, like, there are ebbs and flows in form, and he is still so young. Like, I think you saw it in last European leg, as you said, like, one thing happened, it turned into another thing at the next race, another thing in the next race, another thing in the next race, and it kind of snowballed. And I think he's so young, he doesn't have the experience, and with the added pressure of leading the championship and being in contention this year, does he have the mental strength to withstand that and still continue to be consistent is completely unproven at this point.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah.
Completely agree. So I guess we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell.
You touched on it before as well, just like while we're on the conversation of Kimi. Like, he obviously... So, okay, start of the race.
Yeah.
Chaos. So much happened. I was like trying to take notes and there was so many things happening.
I'm so mad that this is like the one race in like a year that I haven't been able to watch live.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. There are so many things that I found out that happened before I watched it.
No.
Well, I didn't really try and not see because I was like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
Yes.
And I also was out and I was just thinking about it so much and I was like, I have to know. Like, it's not like I was asleep and then could wake up and watch it. Like, I was conscious. You were out and about. So yeah, I was like, I need to know what's going on. And yeah, the start, mayhem. How they all made it through that, I have no idea. Turn 1 and turn 2. Know.
Insane. But obviously, Kimi, in and amongst all of that, another bad start. Like,
and in the sprint
Charles
too.
Just whooped around him. So true. I feel like, do you think at this stage that that's like a problem? Do you think it's kind of fine given that his car's obviously still enough of a rocket ship compared to the Ferrari and the McLaren?
I think he's gotten away with it so far, and I do think he needs to sort it out. Like,
yes,
as of yet, he's had the pace to make up for it. In Japan, he had the safety car, which really helped make up for it. But I don't know, I'm not sure in Japan he would have gotten past Oscar and George without the safety car. Maybe one, I don't know. But he needs to sort it out. Like, just to put himself in the position to win from the start and not put himself under pressure. If he keeps making errors on the start, he's going to be in more risk throughout the race of like having to pass these people again. And that, you know, could potentially put you at risk of contact or any of these other things, being caught up in stuff. Plus, if you get to tracks, some of the older European tracks, Monaco, Spa, Hungary, and you lose places off the start, you're not always going to have the same opportunity. And obviously overtaking has gotten better, and tracks where we haven't seen overtaking in the past, there has been, so that's good. But you can't rely on that at some of the upcoming tracks. He needs to sort it out. He's gotten away with it, but he needs to sort it out, is my take on that.
Agreed. I know. I think with the pace that Ferrari and McLaren are catching up to Mercedes, like, he's not going to have that buffer for much longer, if at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely agree. But otherwise, like, amazing weekend for Kimi. Less
so
can
impressive.
Be maybe said about George. Just, I don't think he's a particularly like big fan of Miami. But also, like, if you're fighting for the championship, you can't just say, I don't like this.
I know. I have thoughts on this, but I know we have a point of it later, so I will wait.
Yeah, for sure. Well, next up, obviously, I want to talk about McLaren because Yes, I'm sure you had a lovely weekend.
Oh, I mean, yeah. When I watched sprint qualifying and Lando was back on pole, I was so happy. I thought we were going to get the 1-2 as well, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
1-3, I was like, take that every day of the week this year. Absolutely. That's fine.
For sure.
So, yeah, McLaren are back. Obviously, as I did say before, Miami is kind to McLaren. So,
Yes.
you know, caveat that. But it's just nice to see them back up there and being competitive again. And I think people judge Lando too harshly, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that. That's not new. But
No.
I think he drove an incredible weekend.
Agreed.
And like as soon as the car got fixed again, he's like right back there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And obviously
100%.
Oscar did great as well, but I think Lando was like well and truly in with a shot to win the race, which I didn't think would happen. Obviously he won the sprint pole, won the sprint. What happened in their qualifying? I don't know.
Who's to say?
They both were just like nowhere all of a sudden. And then in the
Oscar
race...
was like P7, I think.
Oscar nearly got knocked down in Q1.
Yes! He was like P16. I was like...
I would have died if I watched that live. Genuinely. I would not have been okay. Like,
that was not,
I would have loved to see,
good.
like, I think had their qualifying not been bad, Lando would have won that race. Because he started P4 and was in a position to win the race. Oscar started P7, finished P3.
Yeah.
So I think they did really, really well. I think if he'd stayed ahead and hadn't been undercut, he would have won the race. So
Yeah. I know. Mm-hmm. Which is like exciting for the rest of the season that like they've clearly got the pace to take it to Mercedes now. But yes, it was unfortunate for Lando.
I still do think it will be track specific. I'm cautious because I know Miami for some reason we just do well at. So
yeah, this is true. I mean, as you said though, like people are harsh on Lando, but Lando's harsh on Lando too. And like on the radio at the end of the race, like he was obviously like quite upset that they didn't win, which fair enough. Because that totally was on the cards. Yeah. But I think like ultimately, as I said, if they can like take this positive into the rest of the season, that they're now actually like hopefully in with a chance, potentially drivers or constructors championships at this point. Like there's enough of the season left to go where that is completely a possibility.
I know. And this is what I remember saying this in our like season predictions of like McLaren are more likely to be in the position to do well in constructors because both of their drivers can be so consistent. So I think, but I liked it. Also, I was like, Lando, you know, he was very hard on himself to be like, you know, could have won that race, which is true. He could have won that race. But compare that to where we were in China when neither of their cars started.
Literally.
We're doing well.
Agreed.
So it's better. I, you know, knew that they would upgrade and I trust McLaren to turn a car around in a short space of time. But I didn't expect it to be this good.
No, it was very good. Very good. I mean, obviously Oscar didn't have quite... I mean, still to get on the podium at the end there was great. I mean, I feel like even though he hasn't started twice, I was like doing the maths earlier today. And when he has scored points, he's scored on average a higher number of points than Lando. So I wonder if for the rest of the season, because I think I personally would like to see Oscar beat Lando this season, not just because I'm Australian, but also because like I think for his own confidence, whether it's you beat Oscar last time, so now Oscar can beat you this time. No, but I feel like for Oscar's own confidence that like whether it's this year or another year in the future, that he can pip Lando and like that will help fuel his hopes that one day he might be world champion.
100%.
I just feel like that would be nice.
Yeah.
For him.
For you. Yeah. I mean, I think they're very equal, and I've been saying this for ages. Like, I feel like they always kind of nip and tuck with each other. Like, yeah, he's scored a higher percentage. No, not percentage. He's scored higher on average this year, but I'd kind of call it 1-1 because obviously Oscar had the 2 DNSs and then he pipped Lando in Japan. He was ahead of him the whole weekend. Yes. And then this weekend, Lando's been ahead of Oscar the whole weekend. So I kind of call it 1-1. But we'll see. And I just think they're both so consistent. So I'm very curious to see how that lines up halfway through the season and at the end of the season as well. And especially compared to everyone else, because from having the DNS in China, like, Lando has shot up the standings about time. But, like, he's arrived. He's about to give it a good crack at defending his title. I don't know that I have zero confidence that he will, but he's going to give it a crack.
Yeah, we will see. Well, I'm happy that you're happy. I was really happy at the start of the race, and then that happiness just took a nosedive and then continued nosediving into the basement and then the underworld.
Went even further.
And then,
Are you okay? I was like...
So I got up at 5 a.m. this morning to watch this race. And when Charles Leclerc took the lead at the start, I was like, yeah! And I was like, it's 5 a.m. I have neighbours. And then by the end of the race, on the very last lap, I made the same noise in just a very different manner. Very different vibe.
Yeah.
It was a scream of pain.
A scream of death and despair. Yeah. I can't even imagine, because that, again, I knew that happened before I watched. I can't imagine. Oh my God. If I was watching that live, I would have been like, like, yeah. Because also it looked like he went into the wall.
Yeah. I was like, he's out. He's done.
Clattered the wall.
He was on for a podium, and now he's done a George Russell last lap in the wall.
Last lap. Yeah. 100%.
Oh. But
I mean, he was having such a good race too. Like, as you said, he flew into the lead at the start. Through the race, he was like scrapping with various drivers. He was scrapping with Lando and Kimi and Max and George and everyone, Oscar. Like, he was genuinely having such good battles with everyone. And he was like well and truly in amongst it. Yeah. Then Ferrari heard the word rain and just... the rain didn't even come. No. And they still fucked it up because there was the idea that there could be rain. And they were like... Yeah, we've got this.
They were like, "Oh boy,
it's time to fuck up.
Time to make a bad decision."
Literally.
Oh, it was just.
But he recovered that. Like, he recovered from the bad strategy.
Craziest time to pit. No. Like, I think his tires were dying on him.
It just wasn't the best time to pit.
Yeah, could have been a lot better.
Obviously and he
Charles
saved
was on the radio,
it.
Like, next time you make a decision, please check in with me.
Remember, I'm here. Hey. I would like input into these decisions, please. As the person on the track. Please let me know what you're thinking. Oh, yeah. But, like, he recovered after that, saved it to P3, which then obviously slipped to P4 on the second last lap.
Yep.
And then chaos ensued from there.
Yes. Went for a spin, got damage, overtaken.
Didn't even finish Max. After the race either. At the end of the race, I mean.
No, it didn't. So here's the thing. He got a drive-through penalty, which was then converted into 20 seconds of time that got added onto his race.
Yeah.
Which dropped him down to 8th. And he was being investigated for all sorts of things. It was like
Yeah.
driving a damaged car. It was leaving the track multiple times and gaining an advantage. Don't know what advantage they thought he was gaining, but sure.
Track
And then,
limits, like
yeah,
everything.
like the collision with George. I'm like, oh, just kick the man while he's down.
Literally. Honestly. It was literally like he was being investigated for everything. So while when you look at it on paper, it's like, yeah, 20-second penalty for driving in an unsafe condition is kind of a lot. But when you look at have you watched, my friend said to me, the full last lap on board of Charles?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really quite funny.
Yeah.
He is just charging across every corner possible, and it's really quite funny. And he almost wiped out everyone on the way through to the checkered flag. So
yeah,
it wasn't great.
I think they actually only ended up giving him the penalty for leaving the track without a justifiable reason. Okay. I don't know if he got penalties for all the other things. I think it was actually just that.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, I mean, even though it's just that, I also still get the penalty. Like,
yeah,
as you said, it sounds really harsh, but at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. You have to drive in the track. And like,
yeah,
if he had driven in the track, he probably would have had to slow down a lot more. And then who knows how many other cars he would have been overtaken by because
and also, like, it's, because it clearly wasn't he wasn't shedding debris. Like, it wasn't that unsafe of a condition, but it was, and I know that he didn't get the penalty for driving in an unsafe condition, but he was driving in an unsafe condition because he hit George, but George was also driving with a front wing, like, off to the side as well, so there was a lot going on, as I said, in that little group of cars right at the end of the race.
Agreed.
And like, Lando and Kimi are just off, like,
I know. But yeah, I think a lot of people thought, oh, like 20 seconds, that's really harsh. And I thought that when I first saw it, I was like, what the? And then I thought about it and I was like, I guess that actually, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It sucks. I don't like it.
Sense. But I mean, he already ruined it. Like, it's, you know, he was already down at P6. Anyway. You might as well drop down to P8. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of, you know.
Like, whatever. Yeah. Agreed.
It sucks,
so,
though.
yes, that was my disappointing afternoon.
Not fun.
It
Not
started
fun
so well, like the weekend. He topped FP1. He was looking rapid in qualies and sprint. He was looking good.
Yeah.
And it just...
Yeah. Quali was great as well. I really enjoyed qualifying.
Me
Quali was
too.
Fun.
So actually, just like on that though, I felt like with these new regs, and I know we obviously discussed them at the top a little bit, but it felt a lot more like just watching the same like format as last year in a way.
I was thinking that, and
I didn't feel like super clipping was really intense or people were slowing down. There wasn't like huge amounts of yo-yoing.
Yeah.
It felt pretty good.
100%. And I think like it was proven by the fact that drivers like Charles and like Max particularly, these drivers where those things that were kind of nullified in the early rounds made such a big difference for drivers who are really brave in qualifying. They diminished that impact in the regulations, and all of a sudden, who's back at the top of qualifying? Max and Charles. Like, I think even that just kind of speaks for itself. Obviously, Red Bull improved in terms of their car, which helps, of course, but I think that sort of thing, it shows that we're moving in the right direction, especially for qualifying, and that's all we need. Agreed.
Someone who was moving in the wrong direction, and by the wrong direction, I mean upside down, was Pierre Gasly.
Yeah. I gasped.
Was terrifying.
Again, saw this before I watched the race. I was at dinner, and I opened my phone, and it was on Instagram, and I just went, because it opened up to the video of him like doing a flip, and then my friend was like, "What?" And he does not watch Formula One, so I was just like, "Don't worry,
don't worry."
just a lot happening, okay? Yeah. But yeah, like, what was it like watching it live? Because obviously when it cut to it, he was like,
yeah, terrifying.
perched.
I was like, okay, if he's like up on an angle, he's
How has he
clearly
got there?
been airborne. Like, how has that happened?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was terrifying. Like, seeing the replay, the car flip. I mean, by the time that they showed the replay of what happened, we knew he was okay. So that, like, softened the blow a little bit. But, like, I mean, a car flipping through the air upside down is, like,
always scary.
horrifying.
And such an innocuous incident. Like, I wouldn't have thought that would flip a car.
It was just a little tippity tap on the wheel, but like the angle or whatever, just
and going around the corner,
"See you later." Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, he just got launched.
I know. Like, yeah, terrifying. And obviously,
shame for him too.
I was gonna say
saying-
and Liam Lawson obviously retired after that.
Yeah. I was going to say it's a shame because he was having such a good weekend as well.
Yeah, I know.
And purely mechanical, apparently. Like, and you can see it on Liam Lawson's onboard. He goes into anti-stall as he's trying to brake. And then he just, goes into the side of him.
Yeah.
So, thankfully, no one really at fault. Like, you can't knock Liam for that. But
Agreed.
It's just an unfortunate thing, and I'm glad that he's okay. And again, shout out to the halo and the roll hoop.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, on Liam Lawson, though, I mean, we know he's obviously quite a aggressive driver.
Yeah.
And, like, even though maybe this one wasn't, like, entirely, like, a driver fault, like, obviously there was like, his car, as you said, went into anti-stall, like, very much a mechanical issue.
Yeah.
Like, I do just think he causes a lot of problems. And I was thinking when this all happened, like, I wonder what, you know how they talk about the Deconstructors Championship, like the amount, the team that's like racked up the biggest damage bill. I wonder what Liam Lawson's personal
I don't even think it's his personal destruction. I think it's more like not tracked because it's what he causes to others. Because
well, that's what I mean, like from incidents he's been involved in, not just for him, but like.
I was thinking about this because, sorry, I feel like he's not, as much as he used to anyway, bulldozing people anymore. But things seem to happen when he's there. And it's kind of hard to quantify because he seems to just be involved even if he's not at fault. And I'm like, maybe he's just one of those drivers that people know that things can happen. So other people tense up or do things a bit differently and like end up hitting him and then he's involved again. And like, because we know he's aggressive. I think he's gotten a lot better in the last 6 months to a year of racing. That's like 4 races, but like, yeah, I think he's gotten a lot better, but it's just weird. Things seem to happen around him.
Yeah, I agree. I think like, I just wonder as VCarb, do you look at that and go, okay, well, if he was like, and obviously I know this is like limited by being in a VCarb, but it's not like he's like putting in all these incredible performances either. Like, I feel like if you've got a driver who's maybe causing a bit of chaos, but they are still like getting runs on the board, like like
Max when he was younger, you'd be like,
or like when Kimi was having all his like, you know, problems issues last year, like you can kind of justify it, but I just don't know if VCarb will continue to be happy to have a driver that's
interesting,
attracting chaos.
It's going to be very interesting, I think, because this is a complete side point, and I haven't watched the F2 from Miami. I barely even watched the F1. Like, I haven't gotten there yet, but I know what happened, and it's kind of hilarious because it's Nikola Solov, obviously, who is the Bomber Club guy. If you know, you know. Do you know this meme? Yeah. You don't know it? Oh my God. Okay. It's a
Explain
whole...
for me and the viewers. The listeners.
So it's going to involve me singing a cringe song, so I really don't want to do that. But do you know this song from a few years ago on TikTok where it was like, "Be bombalakat, you know that song?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that song. And when Nicholas... absolutely not. Nicholas Solov was in F3 or F4 at the time, and he was in Alpine Academy, basically, and him and his teammate made a TikTok dancing to that song. And obviously it blew up and everyone got a hold of it, and now he's the Bomber Club guy. That's his... Every time he wins a race, people put him on the... Well, you're probably not on the F2 algorithm, but they'll put his podium, and he's Bulgarian, so it's obviously playing the Bulgarian national anthem, but people will just put that sound on the top of it, and it's just been an ongoing meme, basically. Anyway, he made his way up through F3. He's stepped into F2 this year, and he's winning he's cooking. He's so good. And I'm just like, if he gets to F1, he's going to have a lot of fan support, I think, because I think out of most F2 drivers, people know who he is because of this whole meme situation.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, I was really hoping I didn't have to explain that whole situation, but my point was, I think he's the next step for Red Bull Academy if they would decide to get rid of someone, and I think having him in F1 would be hilarious. But I don't think it's nowhere near the point where you're thinking of sacking Liam Lawson, especially mid-season, but...
No, definitely not mid-season, but I could see him going at the end of the year. Yeah.
Depending also how Lindblad does, because Lindblad started hot, and then I haven't seen him since.
Yes. But if you think about V-Carb's purpose of funneling into Red Bull, Liam Lawson's had his shot. You know what I mean? And
there's an argument for he deserves another one because they gave him 3 minutes. Totally. So, but it'll be interesting for sure. And also because Hadjar, tough, but in general, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. So
I saw someone be like, "Quick, where's Lewis Hamilton's dad?"
No, but
because Mans was angry. Yeah, there was a lot of
frustration.
Yes, and
Toto Wolff would be proud.
Yeah, it did get to the point where I was like, okay, this isn't a good look.
No, but we know he's like that. We've seen that from him before. I know.
Yeah, and he can get away with it, but it kept going, and I was like, all right, calm down, get out of the car. Yeah. I think he's just like that. Yeah. That's just the way he rolls. And maybe he will, calm down as he gets older, a la Seb Vettel. Yes. But who knows? For now.
But I was like, whoa, that's a lot of anger coming out of you right now.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Bad vibes.
Okay, so in terms of, I guess, the championship overall, what do you think George's feelings are currently going to be in terms of, how he went this weekend and coming into the next leg of the season?
Yeah, what that means for him is very interesting because he can't be feeling good, obviously. And I think he got ahead of himself early in the year and he completely underestimated Kimi and was a bit too nonchalant about the whole thing. And I think it's come back to bite him. And I saw a lot of people saying he's not good around Miami, doesn't like Miami. I saw, this could be complete bullshit as well because I don't know who said this, I saw it online, but people were comparing it to the level of grip or the surface of the track being in tennis where you have a hard court, a clay court, a grass court, and obviously you have different tennis players.
I saw people
who were
talking about that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, if this was actually a big thing, people would be talking about it more. In tennis, you always talk about like a clay court specialist and stuff like this. So you can not like a track and be better at tracks for sure. I don't think it's that to that level. I think he should. I think he's been caught napping by Kimi, and now it's spun him mentally, and he needs to get that back. I think it's very doable. He can definitely recover. Like, his experience and his, like, proven consistency, he can definitely recover from this. But I think at this point in time, he's been spun for a loop and didn't expect it and was a bit too overconfident and nonchalant about Mercedes being so fast, and didn't expect Kimi to turn up in the way that he has. But it'll be very interesting because also... Sorry,
I was just going to say, have you seen all those photos? And I know that they're not actually what they're, like, are captioned to be. But, like, all the photos of, like, George looking at Kimi after a race, just, like, absolutely, like, death
seething. Yeah. So funny. It's just once
Whoever
again George
taking those
setting
photos,
himself up.
Yeah.
It's George setting himself up to be a meme by accident again. But also the other thing I think will be really interesting is if Ferrari and McLaren have genuinely caught Mercedes.
Yeah.
That's not good for George.
Yeah.
Because now he's got to beat everyone. He doesn't just have to beat Kimi. Now he's got to beat everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Agreed.
But that's kind of my last point on that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's a bit like the McLaren conversation from last year of, like, if they just keep, like, thinking they're fighting each other, like, Max is going to come in one time, Charles is going to come in, like people are going to keep...
And look what happened. I mean, what Max Verstappen did last year is ridiculous, and I don't think we'll see
nothing
a repeat
short of America.
That. I don't think we'll be seeing a repeat of that, unless it is from the man himself, which is never out of the question, I've learned.
No. Can never count Max out. That being said...
Are you going to count him out?
Well, I was going to say, I'm not as confident... I'm not counting him out, but I'm not as confident in my prediction that he will win the championship.
I forgot about
that.
Yeah. Lol. What I also think would be really, really interesting is if, like, I'd be so curious to see what would have happened to Max this race starting from P2 had he not spun at the second turn.
Yeah. So true.
Curious. But we'll see, I suppose.
Agreed. Well, I mean, as you said, we've got, I think after the first race of the season, I think you and I, most people probably assumed, okay, Mercedes are 10,000 miles ahead, and we're just going to, at least for the first half of the season, see what we had with McLaren last year, which was just like 1-2s for fun.
And maybe we would have had we not lost these two races.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. But we've now had McLaren on the podium, Ferrari on the podium, Red Bull. I mean, Max got his best result so far this year. Max got on the front row in quali. I mean, Red Bull still probably not where they want to be. But
no, but better. They have a flippy rear wing too. Sorry.
I know. Oh, there was some bad, like, Ted and Crofty jokes and puns about it. It was
enough.
Not it.
Enough. we know the wing flips over. We don't need 10 different names for it.
You don't have to call it the Max Arena wing.
Oh. Makes my skin crawl. I do want to also shout out, I know that Gasly went for a little bit of an adventure through no fault of his own, but Alpine deserve a little bit of props for this weekend. Being in both qualifying sessions, the 5th team fully into Q3.
Yeah.
And then Colapinto got his best ever finish. Thank you to Charles Leclerc's incident. But still
equal best on the road.
Yeah. And then one better post-race. But, like, to get into Q3, twice in the same weekend, and he out-qualified Gasly, I think, in one of them.
Yep.
Well
Incredible.
done. Really good.
Very
And I
impressed.
think, like, for Alpine compared to where they were last year, like, that is such an improvement.
Huge.
And they should be, they'd be happy.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. Well, I guess with all these teams kind of finding their feet, who at this stage, 4 races in, do you think is going to be, we'll say, Constructors' champion?
I haven't even looked at the standings, but I still say Mercedes.
You still
I
say
think still Mercedes, yeah. But I think McLaren can pip Ferrari.
Yeah, I think McLaren can pip Ferrari. I think McLaren can pip Mercedes. The fact that
Well,
they
you
were
know
like,
I'd be down for that, but...
yes. The fact that they've got more upgrades coming in Canada, I'm like, oh, this is a team that knows how to do upgrades.
Let's go!
They know how to do upgrades.
They do know how to do upgrades.
Yeah, I fear they could be in with a real shot at the Constructors' Championship again this year.
I need an Oscar win more than I need most things right now.
Yeah.
That would be good for
A
the soul.
non-Mercedes win I would be down for.
Yeah, I mean, we had one in the sprint and wasn't that lovely. I mean, it was a McLaren 1-2, so I think I'm a bit biased. But wasn't it nice?
Yeah.
One of my memes is actually about
this. I was also
this.
like, oh, Lando, like I saw enough of you
that's-
winning last year. Give me someone else.
No, but like compared to Mercedes, surely you were like, well, it's nice.
Yes.
Or were you just
It's
like,
true.
ugh,
It's true. But I
enough.
was also like, no. But I was also like, oh, it's a sprint. It doesn't matter. You know?
I'm with you on that. Like,
Yes.
it's nice and I was happy. Nowhere near as happy as I would have been had it been the actual race.
You know who also didn't care that it was a sprint was Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, who once again continued their beef. And I
Love
just
it.
love when the two of them come together because it doesn't matter what
Like,
place
there's so
they're
much
fighting
law.
for. I know, but they will like
Duke
come
it
to
out
blows.
every time. Yeah.
And they did.
When Max came up
pushed
on
Lewis
him
off the track.
Yeah, I know. And they both went off. I was like, that is vintage Verstappen Hamilton.
And it was for like
Dive bomb,
P9.
pushed off the track. Good stuff. Go on.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's good. We love it.
It is great.
Shall we do our awards?
Yeah.
Biggest winner. Who did you have?
Obviously, Kimi. 3 poles, 3 wins, leading the world championship, just on an absolute roll. And he's clearly still just driving with confidence. So obviously he's on the winners list. Obviously McLaren, having taken huge steps forward, got a sprint pole, got a sprint win, and a double podium.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I've also dropped in Williams for their improvement
too.
and double points.
I agree with
Nice.
all
Do you have
of
anyone
those.
else?
No, I just had I had those 3. Yeah. That was
Nice.
it.
And what about for your biggest losers?
I had Charles. Yep. No further explanation required. I had Lando a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was very nearly a win, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Fair.
And I had George.
Yeah.
Because not only did you not win the race, you also did not come second or third
Yep.
compared to your teammate who is pulling ahead.
I know.
I've seen
and
so
because
many
the same
memes that are
thing.
like his little 6'7" Cocomelon watching teammate.
I mean, they're not wrong. He is a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not good. It's not good for George at all.
No. Who were your biggest losers? Did you have anyone else?
Same. I have nothing to add. I had Charles and George.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Silliest surprise. What did you have?
The last lap. The whole last lap. And
Yes.
also just in general, like things just happened at the same time. Like on the first lap, which is more common for things to all happen at the start. But on the first lap, it was like bang, 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 bang. And then Hadjar crashed and then Gasly flipped at the same time. And then everything was happening at the same time on the last lap. And I was like, oh my God. So, I think the silliest surprise is definitely Charles just spinning for fun on the last lap.
Yes. Yes.
Go
that was very
on.
silly.
Yeah, and very surprising.
Yeah, agreed.
What about you?
I had Max being fast again. Just was
Yeah.
surprising. Very happy about that. And they also had Colapinto finishing, P8 and then P7. I was like,
true.
hello, what are you doing here?
What is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
Literally. They had F1 posted a graphic that was like the headshots of each driver that led each lap in the Grand Prix. And there's just one tile of Franco Colapinto's head in and amongst Charles and Lando and Kimi and Max. And
I didn't even realise that he led at one point.
Yeah, he did.
When everyone pitted. Oh, because, he took forever to pit.
Yeah, and it was real, what the heck is a polar bear doing in Arkansas, Texas moment. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was that. Did you have a useless start?
Yeah, I have a few actually. So the first one that I have is, it's obviously, we know Kimi's the first person ever to go from 3 poles to 3 wins in consecutive races for their first. I've said this like an absolute idiot, to get their first pole and then get their first 3 poles in consecutive races and convert them all. Yes. But before he converted this pole, he obviously had his first 3 poles consecutively. And the only other 2 drivers to do that were Michael Schumacher and Ayrton Senna.
Crazy.
So he's in good company there, and neither of them
group.
Neither of them converted them all. So
wow,
don't know what you want to do with that. And the next one is Ferrari related, which I think is kind of fun. And it's actually Ferrari Carlos Sainz related, and it's a little bit of numerology for you. So obviously, and you might have seen this around, but obviously the race in Miami happened on, oh no, it didn't, lol. It happened on the 3rd of May, but tomorrow, as it currently stands, will be the 5th of May. And the 5th of May will be 555 days since Ferrari had their last victory, which was delivered to them by number 55. So, May 5th, 555 days since Carlos Sainz won for Ferrari in the number 55.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's Ferrari related. It's a little sad that it's been so long since Ferrari won a race, but hey.
It's been a long 555 days.
Yeah.
I'm counting each and every one. It's fun.
Charles will win a race this year, for sure. Guarantee you, Charles will win a race.
Monaco's coming up. Yeah, come on, surely.
Please
stick it on pole.
Yeah.
Well, my useless stat was your first one, so.
Oh, nice. Sorry.
All good. Did you have a biggest meme?
I do. One of my memes is the one that I said was Lando related. And it's the guy, the guy, he's wearing like a checkered shirt and a vest and he's bald and he's like really happy. And then he's like,
oh, yeah.
You'll know it when you see it. And it's like the first one where he's really happy. And it's like someone other than a Mercedes takes pole in 2026. And then it's like, it's the McLaren of Lando Norris. Yeah. And then the other one that I have is that one where there's a guy with earphones in, like, on his phone, and then behind him is just, like, 5 people, like, wrestling each other.
Oh, and it's
the last lap, it's like Antonelli and Norris 20 seconds ahead. And then like just sitting there chilling, and then Max crashing into everyone, Leclerc spinning and hitting the wall, Lawson terrorizing Gasly, Max and George beef 3.0.
Literally. Just chaos. Absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Mine was, we obviously all know the like, this is cinema or absolute cinema. But so did you catch at the start when Max spun? Martin Brundle called him a genius about 7 times.
Yeah.
And like, he called him a genius a bunch of times, and then like only later explained himself that he was a genius because of how he managed to keep going, not just because he spun.
Yeah, I was like, Martin, I don't know what your experience is with it, but normally if you spin, that's not good. If you spin and lose 10 places, that's not exactly an ingenious thing to do on turn 2 of a race.
No. So my meme was just Verstappen spins his car and then it's Martin Brundle, but then they photoshopped Jeremy Clarkson's face going, absolute genius.
That's so funny. No, but like, it's honestly, so I was like, come on. And then Max got on the radio and he was like, sorry, I'm an idiot or whatever. And I was like...
I know. Well, because I was trying to work out if he and Charles had contact.
Yeah, but I think he just, like, Charles was there and he, like, was, like, not really expecting it and just lost it.
Yeah.
Which is very un-Max Verstappen-esque.
Very un-Max Verstappen.
The way he came back through the field was very Max Verstappen-esque, so...
Yes. Agreed.
But, yeah.
Did you have a favourite moment?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit hard to have a favourite moment when I didn't watch it live because I kind of knew what happened. So when Lando got sprint pole, that was a great moment for me. I had a great time then. Also because I didn't know that happened. Everything else, sprint results, qualifying results, race results, I kind of knew before.
Yeah, fair.
So, but definitely I think it would have been like everything that happened on the last lap being just like chaos. If I had been watching it live. And I'm guessing that's not your favourite moment.
Yeah, weirdly mine was the opposite. The first lap where Charles Leclerc took the lead. Chaos ensued behind him. I loved the first lap. It was very, very good, fun race start. The kind of race start you want where like nothing too insane happens, but there was a lot going on.
Yeah, chaos without like...
Yes, exactly. And also just Lewis and Max battling in the sprint because even though it was for like P9 or P11 or something or other, it was
they just always go at it. Yeah,
it's just fun to watch the two of them. Who was your driver of the day?
I found this a little bit tricky actually to find my driver of the day because the driver of the day was Max, which interesting.
Agreed.
Sure, I'm like. Fine, but you know, it was like driver of the day, started second, finished 5th. I'm like, okay. Yes. So on the list, I've got Kimi. I thought Kimi drove a really great race to recover from obviously another bad start. His start wasn't as bad as they have been in the past, like the actual launch.
Yes.
He then just locked up and ran wide. So progress is progress. And I think he dealt with the pressure from Lando really well. Obviously, he was having a few issues in his car, and I think he handled it really well. He's up there. Lando as well, I thought, did really well. Obviously, he kind of got ahead at the start. Ahead, not in front, but, you know, sailed through, as did Oscar in the start.
Yeah.
And it's just good to see him back up there. And then the last one I have on my list is Colapinto because best result.
Fair. Yeah. Very fair.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think if I had to pick one, it'd definitely just be Kimi. Like, great drive, solid drive. Like, I think the championship pressure is probably starting to mount a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see if he can maintain his cool.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with him. It's like he's now just like riding confidence and vibes, but at one point the pressure I think will hit.
Yes. But for now, he's doing okay.
100%.
So, yes. But yeah, so Kimi for me. But that brings us to Canada in 3 weeks. We have another kind of gap between now and the next race.
I know. I love Canada though, honestly. Canada's great.
Me too. It is actually one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, it's really good. And it is like in the past couple of years, it has been a good track for Mercedes.
Yes.
Especially George. Like he won from pole there last year and he had pole the year before as well.
Yes.
So maybe he can find some confidence in that to kind of try and get back ahead of Kimi, especially if they've got upgrades. I really hope they don't just disappear off again into the distance with their upgrades.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like it'll be Mercedes and McLaren might gap Ferrari and Max even more.
With their
upgrades. McLaren will hold with Mercedes if they're both bringing upgrades.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hope so. I really hope that we can hold with Mercedes. Please. Because then, like, if pressure starts to mount on Kimi, George is down on confidence, McLaren can slip through here. Like, if Mercedes are having their own issues and McLaren weren't really expecting to be in this position, they can sneak through here for sure. Yeah. Like, there is opportunity there.
Agreed.
But I think Canada brings a good opportunity for George to try and wrangle some of the control back in that team from Kimi.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah.
Agreed.
Canada's been a good race in the last couple of years. It's rained.
Yeah.
Did it rain last year? It rained the year before.
Canada.
Oh my God, no, it didn't rain last year. Lando and Oscar crashed into each other last year.
Yeah, that's right. That was in Canada.
Oh, I deleted that from my fucking memory.
Yeah.
I was like, I love Canada. Canada's good times. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Ferrari had a bad year the year before, I think.
Yeah, they double DNF'd the year before. And Charles was on hard tyres when it was pissing rain. So hopefully Ferrari and McLaren can both get themselves together this year and take it to Mercedes. Maybe it's Mercedes' year to have a bad year in Canada.
So true.
Yeah.
I'm here for a Max win. Give me a Max win. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'd rather a McLaren win. But surely you'd rather a Charles Leclerc win than a Max Verstappen win right now.
Oh, I would absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm just
I was like crazy.
Ferrari to do something.
It's inevitable, especially if there's a whisper of rain.
Exactly.
It's rained here 2 years ago. Oh my God, let's put on full wets.
Yes.
If you're listening on an app, give us a 5-star review because it really helps us out. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, comment your thoughts and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And we'll see you next time. Bye.